Yo, what's good YouTube? This is Jay from T&J, and right away, man, we're only 2 games into the season, and what do you know it, a player gets hurt already. Jorge Soler, torn hamstring, out 1 to 2 months. That's a bummer because we were looking to build off of a deep outfield, and right away we have to use some of our depth, so we're gonna actually put him on a 60-day DL. Usually these injuries do last a full 60 days, so we're gonna put him on a 60-day DL so we free up another roster spot for another player. I don't know if it's gonna be an outfielder or what, but remember, we signed Jose Bautista in the offseason. We got Frankie Gutierrez, so finally these two get to be in the same lineup at the same time. So now that he's out, we do get the sweep here actually of the Pittsburgh Pirates. So let's just look back at let's just look at those games. So Josh Hader went 6 innings, no earned runs. It looks like in this game, let's see the box score. We got 15 hits. I mean, we're killing the ball right now. Looks like Jorge Mateo's hitting 400 on the year, or up to this point. Frankie Gutierrez hitting 600. Soler, wow, he was 4 for 4 that game when he got hurt. So that's a bummer. I mean, look at this now. So now in his place, it looks like we have Gutierrez. It looks like they put, who did they put in here? So they put Broxton in there. So I'm actually going to switch that up. Let's just see what this lineup is going to look like now. So it looks like the computer moved up Warner Stewart for me. I did not want them to move him up. Geez, let me see. So he has player quirks already. Maybe he should be the guy that's moved up. I don't know. I don't know if I want to start his service clock though. It looks like they're making a bunch of moves for me. Let me just check my settings here, make sure. Let's see. So I have all this stuff from manual. Maybe it's because I was simming. I was in the process of simming. Let's just see who I should move up or move down, because it looks like they already moved up Warner Stewart. I actually don't know if I want Warner Stewart up there because, man, he has really good hitting stats though. I wanted to move Brett Phillips up because I like Brett Phillips a lot. He actually brings a lot of versatility, so let's just bring him back down, Warner Stewart back down, and move Brett Phillips up. Brett Phillips has a little bit of service clock on him. He'll be a rookie, but he's a rookie in real life, so I want to give him that opportunity. So let's move him up. So now we have a backup outfielder in him. So let's just look at our lineups here. So right away, let's put Jose Bautista in left field, or should I put Gutierrez in left field? I'm gonna keep Gutierrez in right field, just so he can throw out those guys trying to stretch, go from first to third. He's got a little bit of stronger arm than Bautista does, so we'll keep it that way. So here's gonna be the lineup. This is probably exactly what I want. So Jorge Mateo's hitting 429, Travis Shaw 286 right now, Brinson 214. So you know what? I'm gonna actually move Gutierrez to the 3 spot, Jose Bautista to the 4 spot. Thames is hitting 400 right now. I think I'll keep it like that. So this one I'll do the exact same thing. So Travis Shaw moves to the 2, Gutierrez to the 3, Bautista to the 4, Brinson to the 5. So I like this lineup right here, consistent across both left-handers and right-handers. Let's see. So we have Broxton. You know what? I'm gonna put Broxton in at when we have a DH in there, I'm gonna put Broxton in center actually. So let me switch that. So right away, we get an injury early in the season. So good thing we actually, got the depth in the outfield, because we needed it right away. So we're going up against the Cardinals. Lance Lynn, he gets his debut versus his former team. That's funny, but Brewers, good start to the season. We sweep the Pirates, going against the Cardinals without Jorge Soler. Let's just get into this gameplay right away. Let's not waste any time. Let's go. Lance Lynn is going to be on the mound for us. He's 12-10 last year. He had a whip of around 1.2, so we're looking for him to really lock down that 4th and 5th, wherever he winds up in the starting rotation. So here in the first inning, he is giving up an early hit to Will Myers, but he gets the next batter to ground out. His Brewers debut is starting out smooth, and we're going against Perez here, and he is a rookie this year, so they're expecting big things from him. And here in the first inning, Jorge Mateo hits a liner up the middle, and Dexter Fowler dives for it. Jorge Mateo, he's got those wheels. He's rounding second. And you know what? He's rounding in third. But, I thought about it. I'm not going to make it. So Jorge Mateo starts out the game with a triple. And this is exactly what I was talking about. When I needed that leadoff hitter, man, he's doing great in that first spot. And Frankie Gutierrez comes up next.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone.
Franklin Gutierrez is a straight beast. He's an animal, man. 3 home runs already. 456 feet. Look where this ball goes. It goes into the upper deck. That pitch was right over the middle, and Franklin Gutierrez does not miss those. He puts those balls into the seats no matter what. And next up, man, I'm telling you, we have the death lineup for real, because we have Gutierrez, then Jose Bautista, then Brinson. We got 3 home run power hitters back to back to back. It's gonna be fun to play with them, man. But here in the second inning, Lance Lynn is getting into trouble here. He's facing Yadier Molina. Molina takes it into center field, and the next batter, the pitcher, after a wild pitch, the runners advance to second and third, and the pitcher hits a liner to left field. He brings in his own run. He helps himself out. So Yadier Molina, I don't know what he was thinking on that. He's got 11 speed. What was he trying to do scoring on Jose Bautista, who's no scrub in the outfield? I mean, he's slow, but man, he's got a pretty good arm for an old guy. So Dexter Fowler, he's doing damage against his own teammate here, Lance Lynn. Remember, Lance Lynn used to play for the Cardinals, so he's getting into trouble. I mean, they might know something. I mean, seriously, because they are just crushing the ball here, hit after hit after hit. And eventually he gets the next batter to ground out to double play, but the runner does score, so the Cardinals take the early 3-2 lead. And the story of the beginning of this game was, after that 2-run homer by Gutierrez, we couldn't get anything done. Their pitcher, the rookie, he ended up he ended up getting 11 batters out straight. I could not get anything going. And Lance Lynn begins to settle down here. He gets a couple of batters to ground out, first to Jorge Mateo, then to Orlando Arcia. So he eventually did settle down after a rough start. But, we're looking for Lance Lynn to really just take command of the lower part of the rotation. So he throws that breaking ball in the dirt, gets the batter out, and Keon Broxton's going to come in to pinch hit for him. And Keon Broxton, he comes off the bench with a nice bat.
He thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Back goes Fowler to the track. That one is out of here. This game is tied. So a solo shot here to left.
To be honest with you, Keon Broxton is a beast. He has a very, very high trade value because he's actually fast. He has good reaction. He has pretty good arm strength. He's in high demand, so I really don't want to get rid of him. But here the Cardinals are getting into a little bit of trouble, so they bring in Tyler Lyons to face Bautista. Bautista hits a hard shot to third base, but he doesn't have the speed to beat that out, so that's going to be a double play right away. And I bring in Nate Carnes. Nate Carnes is a pretty good pitcher. He started out when I first got him at the major league level. Then I moved him down to AAA last year. Now he's back up at the MLB level. So, but here he gives up a hit off the wall, and you know, this is the problem with Nate Karns. He gives up too many big hits, but here he gets Diaz a strikeout looking. So they bring in Matt Bowman out of the bullpen to face a pretty good meat of our lineup here. And we have Brinson up, and Brinson continues to struggle early in the season, but Thames comes up next.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. The Scotty looks up, and they have taken the lead. Shot to right side.
Yo, I got 4 hits up to this point, and I have 3 home runs. If it wasn't for the long ball, I would be losing this game, let me tell you. And Thames continues to beast. I mean, moving him from the 2-hole down to the 6-hole, it was a tough thing to do. And I don't know, man. He hits well wherever he's at. So here in the 8th, I bring in Brian Shaw because Nate Karns gives up 2 early base runners. And Brian Shaw, I love him out of the bullpen. He gets a batter to swing and miss, and the next batter to swing and miss. So Steve Geltz comes in, the reigning NL reliever of the year. But the first batter he faces, he gives up a hit right up the middle with no outs. So they got a guy on first, nobody out. But he does get Yadier Molina to swing at some high heat. The next batter swings at some high heat. And you know what time it is. Diaz actually gives up a hit down the line. And Bautista is going to run to the ball, come up throwing. Arcia throws to the plate, and that's well ahead of the runner. And they cannot get in there, so the Brewers hang on. What a start to the season. 4-0. Going against our division foes, man. You know, one thing that I'm going to make a change, Jacob Nottingham just isn't ready. He just isn't ready. Jet Bandy's going to get his spot back because I think Nottingham is hitting below 100. He needs some work. But the death lineup is intact. Hit subscribe. Hit that like button, man. I only win that game off of 4 hits. They had 12, man.